In the time since I made my last Vietnam War video, the game's been getting pretty much constant updates. So I felt before I jump back into it, let's just read some of the patch notes here. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Monkeys can now be killed with explosive damage. There we go. Player can now become a traitor. Keep an eye on your reputation. Military police will now serve justice if you get out of line. Update 11. Dogs added. New dog model. Stats with effect have been added for dogs. Courage, strength, combat, intelligence, thus making every dog unique. Bullets won't bounce off dogs anymore. Janky Bar, in parentheses, chocolate, added to ration submenu, and supply boxes added. Dog anti-gravity reduced. Player now can't enter vehicles while dead. Chaplain NPC, faith up, and mental health up. Large snakes and centipedes now exist, as well as big spiders that do damage. Less snakes now spawn in the air. Less snakes now spawn in the air. Decomposing bodies and skeletons. Ketamone pills have longer duration but less effect. Be careful not to overdose. Angry monkeys fixed. Soldiers can now panic when wounded or low morale. Explosive force on player updated and clamped to prevent players sometimes being thrown to the moon or China, etc. Giant centipedes fixed. Khmer communist rebel camps added in eastern Cambodia, and new Khmer soldiers are deployed there. They will sometimes weed out suspected reactionaries in the civilian populace. Seismic acoustic intrusion detectors added as US secondary weapon. Rare case where players somehow gets a skeleton attached to them should be impossible now. Soldiers will no longer run into napalm fires. Issues where MiGs would happily crash into the ground at air bases in North Vietnam have now been fixed. Tiny white cube in the Bronco cockpit has been removed, and the pink mystery cube under green barracks is now gone too. Wheelchair for player added. The player has a chance to find himself in a wheelchair when waking up in a field hospital. Using it will cause the player to gain strength in their arms quickly. Added 8 new achievements: Rocketry 101, XM148 Master, Nighthawk, Hack the Hawk, Red Eyes, Firestarter, Wheels Until It Heals. New sandbag castle bunkers have been constructed in or near various US bases. Some sandbag castles were left unfinished due to attacks and lack of motivation to work the shovels. Bible can now be equipped as a melee weapon. Additional non-combat mechanic planned. What does that mean? American civilian cars are being imported to South Vietnam in substantial numbers. An oil company from the USA has entered the retail fuel market of South Vietnam and bought up and rebuilt the existing gas stations. It is still uncertain if Petrolia Oil Company will consolidate and enter the market. Oh god, I love this. It is still uncertain if Petrolia Oil Company will consolidate and enter the market at a later stage to take on the competition. I love how, like, there's lore for the in-game updates. Like, it's not that, like, oh, we updated the gas stations. It's no, an oil company from the USA entered the retail fuel market. You know, we didn't just put American civilian cars in there for variety. No, they're being imported in substantial numbers. That last update was from December 17th of 2025, so this thing has been getting like an update like every month. And there's also the beta patches. I'm not even gonna get into those. I gotta get back into the actual game.